Hey guys, once again, Steve here from CELTAHelper.com, and I'm back after a bit of a hiatus with another video, this time to give you 6 reasons why I think doing your CELTA course at a university might be the best value you can get for a CELTA course. Now, I'm going to go through all that in a minute, and I'm going to go into lots of detail, but before I do, I just wanted to quickly show you something I've released. Some of you might have already seen. This is something I've produced a little while back called the CELTA Student Notebook and Diary. Just trying to make sure I'm in shot. I made this notebook. It's available on Amazon. I'll put links below so you can check it out there. And I've updated it a little bit. It's got a slightly different cover now. Changed some of the fonts, but it's got lots of different templates to help you on your CELTA course. So, you know, it's spaces for reflections on teaching practice with all the questions you need to note down. So you don't need to think about what you're writing. You can just jot it down. It's got well over 100 pages, I think. Yeah, over 100 pages in it. And it just gives you space for pre-reading with like place to take notes for references, things like notes from your input sessions, so they're all organized, and also things about, reflections on your rough ideas for lesson plans with a kind of structure. Now you do get a CELTA 5 booklet on your course, but I made this because it's more specific and structured, I think, so it should really help you along the way. So if you want to check it out, as I said, it's on Amazon, on 5 different Amazon platforms, mainly Europe, Australia, US, I think. And also, I forgot to say as well, it's got a space for a diary in the back to help you with the lessons from the classroom final assignment as well. So should be a one-stop solution. Hope you enjoy that. Now, to get back to my point in the video, why I think doing a CELTA at a university is probably the best value option. Now, before I start, I will say I am partisan. I did my CELTA at a university here in the UK, so obviously I did that way, therefore I have maybe a little bit of bias, but really on reflection, I think it's a really positive thing. So let me just start. So the first thing to think about is books, specifically a lending library. Most universities, if you do a CELTA course with them, will have all the books you need available for free. Right? They might not have loads of them, that is something to consider, but they should have all the books in their university library, meaning you don't have to buy any, and you can get access to the high quality books when you need them. And these books aren't cheap, right? So they're probably around, let's say, 20 to 30 pounds in the UK, 30 to 40 dollars. But if you buy a couple of them, that's a lot of money to spend. Now, I know some other CELTA courses, like maybe International House, will give you a book, perhaps included in the course price. But it's just a nice thing to think you've got this wide range of books available that you can borrow at any time. And that actually goes on to my second point. Point number 2 is the amount of resources and facilities that a university can offer. So let's say we talked about library. They've also got hundreds of computers in theory. Now I'm talking about UK universities. I assume most Anglophone countries would be the same, perhaps most in countries around the world. But they offer these, you've got hundreds of computers. You don't really need to take a laptop. You've got lots of workspace, lots of places to do quiet work, hide away if you need, printers, photocopiers, all available on site. So that really helps because you're going to need all that kind of stuff throughout the course. And that kind of goes on to another one. Let's say if you don't have all of this, no, let me step back. Universities, again in the UK, they're open, the libraries are generally open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Meaning, if you are one of these people who wants to work late at night, you can go to the library at whatever, 11 p.m. on a Sunday. If you're a bit crazy like that, I don't know. But you can stay up late, get up early, work when you want, and you can use the printers, the facilities, the libraries at this time. Now that for me is a huge value add, because a lot of the language schools, even though they might have quite flexible hours, none of them are going to be 24/7, that's for sure. And even then, are they going to have any space for you to study in? Maybe not. Now you might prefer to study at home. Okay, fair enough, that's up to you. But just what I'm saying is that there's that option to have that space and that kind of, just those places to go whenever you want facilities to use. Another point to note is that if you're traveling to do your CELTA course, universities also usually offer accommodation. And okay, it is student accommodation, but it's still an option. So you can stay on site close to your course, because travel times can be a bit crazy. If you're traveling, commuting, let's say, to do a CELTA course, maybe you're using up an hour and a half a day traveling. That's a heck of a lot of time for the duration of the course to use up. So, these little considerations can really help. Now, in this country, university accommodation isn't particularly cheap, but it certainly can be convenient. I know you could be on campus with a noisy, party flat above you or something. I don't know, but generally speaking, it can be a good option, because they should put you in with other, let's say, postgraduates or people of a similar age. So if you're going to travel, that can be an option too. Another thing, and this was point number 5, I'm losing track now, I've got my notes down here. In the UK, again, and I'm sure Anglophone countries, you can get, when you study a CELTA at a UK university, you get a student card. The student card then entitles you to student discount. So for the duration of your course, but actually for the whole time your card is valid, you can get things like an NUS Extra card, which is now called Totem, giving you 10% off like certain supermarkets, all food, bus travel, trains, all kinds of stuff like that. Even if you buy, I think, Apple products, you can get a student rate. You can save hundreds of pounds. So you can get this value add just from being a student at that university, even for a month. You can save a heck of a lot of money in that way. Now, on the flip side, the course price might not be the cheapest. I'm well aware of that. But you get a lot of added value. So think of it like that. The outside factors might help. It depends what you're looking for, but it could be a big help for you. And then the last one, and this one goes, stays with you forever, is it looks better on your CV. If you think about it, like you compare, let's say, I don't know, Oxford University, right? They don't do a CELTA, but Oxford University CELTA course on your CV compared to like the ABC School of Language in, the middle of nowhere, which one looks better? Let's be honest. If you got a university in there, it's always going to be on your CV that it's the university. Now, I know the certificate isn't different. CELTA is a CELTA, right? But that perception of it is different. So even though it won't change that much, it still gives you that little bit of confidence boost, and that's that nice thing to have on the CV. Did it at a university, right? Not some cowboy language school, and there are some, although they shouldn't be cowboys if they've got CELTA accreditation. I should hold my tongue there. Anyway, just something for you to think about. So those were the 6 reasons, right, why I think universities might be the best value option to study a CELTA. What do you think? Have you got any experiences? Leave them in the comments below. If so, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give us a subscribe and a like. If you want more, just hit the bell notification to get notified of any updates. And if you'd like to check out a copy of the CELTA course student notebook and diary to help you on your course, check the link below, head over to Amazon and get your copy now. And I'll be in touch again soon. Hope you're having a good day, and speak to you again soon. Bye.